You people that are watching this podcast, you see what we've been through today and what we went through last week.
Trying to just gauge the forest a little bit.
She said when I come up out of here, she said, you are Snow White. You can realize this son of a bitch is that deep. Well, we're headed back in to finish up the cast we found. Shut up, I said, I can hear something walking. I kept hearing something going.
20 inches.
I'll bring that back. That's what I said. Holy shit.
Almost looks like something's been living in there.
And we had all stopped talking and we were listening. And we were all hearing the walking. It was definitely 2 feet, like he said.
You're seeing what we're seeing.
You could completely tell that it was something on 2 feet.
You just tried something with some weight step there. Feel that?
Yeah.
That's where it squished up.
Yep.
Brian!
That's a tree twist.
I might have something. Looks like something might be bedding in here too.
So we finally made it to base camp. We're here in Hogtown, and we got all of our stuff set up. Now we're gonna go out with Sue and Brian, and we're gonna take a little journey to all the different locations where casts were found, people had experiences or encounters with these things, and possibly see if we can find some evidence ourselves. So stay tuned, my friends, because this is gonna be a good one.
This is where I like to walk. Are these
The
both
riverbeds.
sides of this kind of shit.
Yeah, all these creek beds.
Oh, right here.
Oh, okay.
Right here. If that were to heal, possible toes. And that's a stick. Seems like that, but see, it seems like that would be broke. Like that.
Right.
And then the next step up would have been here. Because that's definitely a
I
left
could
foot.
see that. Yeah, right here. It's the left foot.
But you can see,
Big toe.
but it's just curious. You want to step down and see that's there, but you don't know how old this is.
Yeah.
So there would have been a heel back in here somewhere, but you got the width. And this is the ball of the foot. What you would call the metatarsal break.
Yep, right here.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you can say what you want, but I know people that would cast that saying we found a BIGFOOT
I
cast.
don't know, man. Yeah, that does look a little convincing.
But then I got up here, started looking this way, and it looks like another foot. It would have been the right foot come over to here, possibly right into here. And then went off this way. They didn't find anything up here. But for their weight, but it covers a lot of material. It's like, what do you call it? It's like walking on a waterbed.
Yeah.
A lot of this that got sunk down will work up, or you can hear it. It sounds hollow. You go up over, like where you're camping, stomp on the ground. Sounds hollow underneath, you know?
Because of all the roots.
But these are the places I always effing hit are these, and I'll follow these sons of bitches. That's usually where we find our cats. Yeah, there's deer tracks. Every one of these valleys, they're going this way and this
Yeah,
way.
there's something right there.
That's deer right there.
Yeah.
I think I got in a truck a roll of this color tape,
To mark it.
plastic
So
tape.
we could always come back. Look at all the water bugs.
Yeah, to find it.
You think of that?
Nah,
Do I?
that's just a natural indentation. The water's been coming from underneath here.
Yep.
See, that's how I got that cast of just the toenails. If the
With
thing
something
was
like
walking this kind of shit, and while it was walking, its foot went right underneath that and picked up.
Yep.
And the heel was back into here. And so it was underneath, and when it stepped up, I said, I wonder just for the shit, and that's where we got the actual toenails. It was about that wide.
Wow.
The toes with the toenails.
This is kind of similar to, not quite as severe, but there is a lot of moss. It does look like a pretty damp area.
Oh, yeah.
There's not the big ferns, but it
You've
does.
got places in here where the ferns are like this.
Yeah, it does seem reminiscent of the Pulteney River area in a way.
This ground is like this year round as far as the dampness goes.
Yeah. I just feel like, to me, from the research I've done, this is an area that they would like.
Oh yeah, they've gotten more than one cast out of this. It's quite a large area, but
Wait a minute, Brian.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Brian.
Yeah.
This looks a little wide, but it just looked a little interesting to me. It'd be older, if anything, but it does look a little wide.
Might just get about one cast I got's wider than that. Take the shit, the loose leaves and stuff right out of there. Sometimes you'd be surprised. As a critter of some kind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It only goes in so far. Two.
It could be like this way. Going.
I'm glad you came down and got a picture of that.
Yeah.
One spot, because who the hell's to say
Exactly, you know.
That could be 3 months old.
It could be. You never know. It's definitely the area where
We got other
they'd be at.
Other spots where we can walk and
We will resume the hunt.
I don't remember if it was on top of this hill here when it got the cast. We heard about it through that Matt Moneymaker's group, or Steve Culls. He was affiliated with it. We found the same thing they cast.
Yeah.
Was out at the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
They were in here, and
Right.
he heard a vocalization that he said was coming from this direction. While he was hearing that vocalization, they were in here.
Who the hell was the group he was with, Steve?
Biscardi.
Biscardi, that's it. That's the
And they
name.
brought him up here thinking nothing would happen, just to shut him up.
Yeah.
But something happened.
Yeah.
And so then we came back, like the next day, or within a day or two, we were in here, us.
Right.
And we could still smell that skunky,
Yeah, yeah,
musky
yeah.
smell all down in that bowl where you guys just were.
Yeah.
You could smell it. That whole
I
area
didn't
down
go,
there.
I didn't go way down. I
was
didn't
just-
go way down because
no.
there are puddles that big around and that deep of water.
Oh,
there
there is some water.
It's coming out from underneath this.
Okay. So yeah, this whole area had that musky, skunky smell, and it lingered for a few days because we were back up here again, like maybe
Yeah.
4 days later, and you could still smell it a little bit. It was weird. But going up the side of the hill, remember when we came back up, we found that like 10 or 12 tracks kind
Yeah.
of going up at an angle
Yeah,
up through the
up
leaves,
through-
and you
yeah.
could see them clearly, but you couldn't cast
nothing
them.
castable.
We couldn't cast them. They were in the
A lot of
leaves.
times
and
you'll
you
find
couldn't-
a track. It's right
like,
there.
you can
might
see it.
I thought before, and I told her, hey, it's a good idea. Find something like that if you're carrying baby powder. Put it in your hand, and just do the perimeter of what you're looking at. And then take
and
a
then
picture.
you take a picture so you can. It gives some kind of perception
Right,
when you
yeah.
normally you're just looking at. Because it's really hard to take a good picture
It
of
is.
a track.
Well, you
They
gotta
don't
have a
come out.
scale. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
that's
so something like
something.
if you put a ruler next to it.
Right.
Oh, we usually
Even an
always have
apple.
that.
Yeah, and we
use
have.
an apple as you just
Yeah,
need something
anything.
for perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
Yeah.
a miniature $5 gold piece and put that in there. And
That
the
works
track
too.
this big
Yeah.
looks that
You
big.
could even use an iPhone.
We
Within a
found
couple
we
days
got
of
a
that
picture. We took a
whole
picture of
incident.
something down there. It could be an old track. Can't say yes, and I definitely won't say no.
How deep
And then
is
when
an
he
impression?
come over, it's
It's
in.
not very deep, but it looks promising, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But
How
they-
far from here?
A mile and a
Couple
half. These are the places, all kidding aside, that I like to walk because of the moisture on both sides of the. There's usually water running down, so you can see there's a little bit, but
The hell of a lot of moss.
oh yeah. But you can see it'd be like walking here and having them parallel you up on that high spot. No, I like this. I was really happy with what I see, but I'm not going to definitely say yes. I'm not, but I'm
Not
not
gonna
definitely
say
not going to
no,
say
yeah.
no. It could be an old track. It could be 3-4 months old. Who the hell knows? As you see yourself, and all over and through here, we got these wet spots like this.
Yeah.
That's what you want to check. We're always looking for structures and what they call nests, and I don't believe they nest myself.
Well, a couple of people have found,
What
I
looks
guess,
like an nest.
makeshift shelters, right?
Yeah. It's right here, where the spot is. You see, this is where the heel would be. roughly here. And there's the dermal ridge, but you got what looked like, how the hell was it now? There's a footprint in that son of a bitch, and there shouldn't be. And that's not my footprint. It's not my...
I don't think you would have stepped there anyway, Brian.
No, shit, no.
Marshy.
No goddamn well, that's the spot.
Got another potential track here. Maybe. Where was that other one?
So there's like 2 or 3, and they're small. Like it's not.
So it could be.
Someone was it a person? But who was it down there?
Yeah, no, nobody's gonna be on this trail barefoot.
Then I'm like, it's like a teddy bear, but I can't see Palmer.
Oh, I see.
So it would be like super small.
It could be a juvenile.
But it could be.
Or it could be a bear, because it does kind of look like a bear,
Yeah.
but there's no... I don't see any claw marks. That's the thing.
So there's that one. Okay. Then I'm going down this way, and I look. Up here. Oh, I saw another one. This one that caught my eye that I thought. Wait a minute, let me get my eyes adjusted again to what it was. Okay, so it's this one. And if you step back at the angle,
Well, I can see something was digging here.
right here, though,
Oh, okay.
that's what I thought might be a bear.
Well, it could, because you see, this could be from water too, but it does almost look like something dug this up.
Yeah,
So I know bears do that because they eat
because I thought
grubs.
these were like toes, but then this
It's
would be
really
just
small.
a pad.
Yeah.
But it's small, so is it a bear? Is it something
It could
smaller
very
than
well be a bear, because I know they like to dig up moss so they can find
Right?
bugs.
Well, that makes sense.
But I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought
Interesting.
that they're small,
Another maybe, but
but not likely.
nothing.
Not likely Bigfoot,
Yeah,
unless
nothing
that one was
castable.
like a really small.
It could be an adolescent, but
Yeah.
cool. But we want a good
No,
one
you
to
can't.
cast.
When you know, you'll know. That's
Yes,
basically
absolutely.
When you see one that's definite, you'll know.
But I mean, and that kind of goes back to the whole credibility thing, because I hate the people that are like, oh, that's definitely a Bigfoot track,
Me
and then they
too.
cast it instantly. And
Oh my God, I hate that.
Yeah, because there's the dead leaves.
Yeah, and he said it's right next to a huge...
Oh, here we go. Now I see it. Okay, this would be the big toe. Right here, another toe here, roughly there.
Yeah,
This
I
is
see it.
But
I
see,
see it.
see this here?
Yes.
That
where
would
it's pushed up.
then you come back into here. But this wasn't this wasn't broken, that wasn't broken. But who the hell say how old that track is? It's
Yeah,
going to settle
true.
because of the moisture.
That's true.
Who the hell's to say? I won't say it's not a track, but I won't say it is.
It
either.
is either. Yeah, it's not
And then
definitive enough.
the next foot would have been up in this area, and look at the indentations up here. Right there, right there, right there.
I do. I see it. I see it to the left. I see one big toe.
This is
one,
left
two,
foot, right
four.
foot.
Yeah, I see 4 toes too on that one.
Yeah.
But they're really like close together.
Yeah.
They say their stride's what? About 4 foot?
Oh, the stride walking?
Yeah.
Depending on their size, all the way up to 6. All the way up to 6 when you get to 8, 9, 10 footers they talk about that what I saw was 7.5 to 8 feet, and it had a hell of a stride on it going
Yeah.
across the field, and that's when Glenn LaRose followed it all the way down in that corner himself there the next day or 2 days later when he was off duty. But this is where I haven't been there. I usually follow the summit all the way down through there. But one person on one side, one on the other, just taking your time. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
How's it look up there, Tony?
What's that?
How's it look?
It's a maybe.
look at this one, guys. Perfect mid-tarsal break right here. These could be your toes. This is a left foot. Look at how deep this mark is. That might be the best one we've found so far. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't hear it.
Well, we're going to continue going on down. You guys can stay on this side if you want, on that side.
I might look for a better place to cross for me and her.
Well, you can stay right on that side.
Yeah, I can do that too.
As I say, one on one side, one on the other, if you want. Here's another possibility. You got to realize it's all damp and moist in here all the time. Now you look at it, looks like the outline of a heel right there. There's the inside of the foot, toe, 1, 2, 3 there. Where the other one is, I don't know, but there's another possibility. Would I cast that and say is that castable as far as I'm concerned? Yes.
Is it?
Oh yeah, to me it is. Yes, it is. But like I say, with this moisture in here, it's like doing this, and sooner or later that's going to disappear.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just going to keep coming up and up and up.
To stay, I mean.
But this is so cool. I mean, the old trees and the root bases up like that, and different critters use stuff like that too. You know, I'm not saying that is, but I'm not saying it's not.
Could be.
But when you get down and just close your eyes, and what I do is this. I can feel that toe. What would be a toe, but this would be a young one.
Yeah.
It's not an adult. I always every time I come up, I found 2 different casts in this strip.
So it's almost like maybe not guaranteed, but you'll find something at least out here.
I hope to. I mean, we've got 2 possibilities that could be older. It's not like you're stepping in concrete, but this kind of soil is going to hold, because that's pressed down. It's going to hold on for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
But usually when the water's running better than this, it'll go underground for so many yards and pop right back up. What'd that look like back there?
We found a pretty solid one.
Well, you want to come and look at this one?
Yeah.
This is I'm saying I'm not. Maybe it is, maybe not.
No, we got a good one back there. It's possible.
You know, there's a lot of possibilities. No matter how you look at it,
Right.
you're going to find, especially in these boggy areas.
Okay.
And nobody's touched that. Caleb was there, and I was over here. Here's the outline of the heel. Mm-hmm. And you come up in here, that'd be a toe. And you come up and look, you can see what looks like a toe there, possibly there, one
Well, that's
there.
the one we looked at. There, you could see like toe imprints, and there's a huge break in the middle, and
Really?
then there's a big heel print in the back. We marked
This is all. This valley right here has always been good. It's always been good. That, you know, like I said to Kayla, is that castable? Would I cast that if I had it with me right now? Yes.
Would you?
That could be a young one.
It could be.
Not saying it is, but I'm not saying it's not.
We'll have to take a look at that one up there at some point.
Did you see back here?
Well, hey, look at this.
Look at this. See the roundness?
Almost looks like something's been living in there.
Yeah, probably a raccoon or something hanging out, getting frogs out of here.
I don't know,
But you
Brian.
don't
I
have-
don't know if I see enough
Huh?
definition to cast that.
Right here. Toe, toe,
I see.
toe, toe.
I don't know.
Like I say, if you're looking for something to cast, there's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
But I'm not saying it is.
Right, we need to mark these.
Christ, I don't think you can't walk 10 feet and not come across the
Whoa.
deer tracks.
I think I might see a bear track.
Really?
I think so. Could just be a divot, but it almost looks like there's some claw marks in here. But it could just be a divot from the water seeping out of here. Right shape, but
Yeah, it is.
I don't see
I always
anything
look for
else.
the claw marks in the front.
Yeah.
4 of them. Oh, look at this. Is that white? Still nice and white?
It's a little dry, but
Almost nailed your head with it.
it's all right. We got a nice view of it on the camera. Yeah, it looks a little dry, so it could have just been from being dead, but
It's not dead.
No,
She's
it's
alive. Could have been about a 50-pound turkey landed on it, I guess.
I don't know, Brian.
I don't see anything come down and whack it. Everything is on the ground is older than hell.
It's true. Could be.
You have to go up around this shit here because this is where you get all the downfalls. It was on that stretch where they found that track because I come down this way and found it going back. Like I say, that was, Jesus Christ, 7, 8 years ago.
Brian, wouldn't it be nice, you know, we get a... Oh.
This is where like a castable, something castable.
Looks like there's some... No, that's deer. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be ideal if we could find a big old print in a bank like this.
And people say, well, you only come out with one cast. You'd be surprised. There could be 50 here that you're not even seeing.
You're never going to see.
You're never going to see, exactly. Like I was explaining to Kayla, is that you take and go like this 4 or 5 times, that's going to come back up anyway.
Yeah.
You got to cast underneath that
The litter.
moss. You smell that? I just got a whiff of something smells dead. Puff of it. I suppose it could be the water itself.
Could be.
So it's like 2:22, guys. We've been out here since probably a little after 11:30 by the time we got the tent set up and stuff. And we're looking for prints. We found a couple of potential members. I don't know if we're going to be able to make casts because we only brought limited cast material with us. So I want to make sure that whatever we're casting is definitely a deep impression. That's something that's going to make you go scratch your head a little bit. So we're looking.
Looks a little maybe small, but
Short. I don't see anybody walking around in their bare feet.
no, it's too big to be a person. But
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
what do you think?
Jesus Christ, something with some weight stepped here. Feel that?
Yeah.
That's where it squished up.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think that one might be castable.
Yeah.
It does look a little rounded at the front, though.
Yeah, it is awful round. Well, I mean, it's...
So are you guys
The
thinking
thing
rock?
is, Brian, that you're also pulling leaf litter and stuff out of there.
Yeah, I want to get the
So
shape.
Right, but if the toes and stuff were part of the leaf litter, then you've removed where you might see evidence of them.
Not in there.
Okay.
You can still,
Not like
yeah,
that.
but you can still see the heel.
I
It's
still
really
think you can
clear.
see the
That's the first thing I do if it's got shit in it is gently take the leaves out to get the form.
And if you're gonna,
That would be, if
cast on
anything, it'd be a left foot.
Yeah.
Right. So the big toe would be
No, it would be a right.
No,
'cause-
it's the left.
I know,
You can
but
see
you're
where the
back.
big would
You're
be.
back in here too.
angle.
You
See,
feel
if
right
that
there.
was
Oh,
the angle
yeah.
Push down on it.
The bigger toe would be on that side.
Let's just go back a little further.
Definitely.
With just the top layer of stuff, not getting way down into it, because if it stepped down,
I mean, if you casted that, you would get just a form. You wouldn't get.
Yeah, you wouldn't
any
get a definitive
You're not
toes,
gonna
or
get any
you
toes
get
on
that hump really good, but
Yeah, that's
about
all you're
it.
gonna get.
because
is there anything else in the surrounding area that kind of
that's dead
resembles that?
leaves.
What's that right there, Sue, in front of you?
That I think is one of us. I think one of
Oh,
our
stepping
shoe
over there?
prints. Yeah.
That is
Left,
definitely very
Right,
like,
should be up by that
disputable.
stick right there somewhere.
Yeah, what do they got? Like a 6-foot stride, Brian?
5 to 6 foot when they're
6
walking in the
foot,
woods.
So.
The one that walked across that guy's backyard was almost 6 foot. The one
I
that
see
got that
another
big
imprint
cast.
here, but
That's
that's not
the problem.
distinguishable.
Oh, now what about that over here? Like right in there. Nah, I don't think that's anything. No, but I have a better.
See this? There's a little indentation there.
That's the weird thing is you find one thing.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then
his
you can't always find
Front
another.
pad could have pushed in and his toes
some
could have
people have
stayed up.
found multiple tracks
Yep.
and then they just disappear.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Very
hard
good.
in the woods, too.
It is.
Now wait a minute. Now you know what, guys?
There's usually a lot
I'm
of
looking
them.
at this the other way now. You're looking at one way. I'm looking at it going that way. That looks like a person's
Aren't they
footprint.
cute? I love them.
See 'em?
There's quite
Yeah.
a few of them up in this area, actually.
You see what I'm seeing now?
Yeah.
I usually see some. That's the first
Yeah, I
one
do.
saw today.
That looks just like
Came in
somebody's.
crossways.
Susan, look at this. You're looking at it that way. Now look at it this way. What do you see?
This is somebody's sneaker.
Yeah.
Boot.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yep, I can
That's
see
just
it.
a shoe.
Okay.
Yep.
Close. It was definitely close. It was a good find.
Well, the two that we got down there, the two possibles, but
I don't think they're castable enough to give any.
they're that one in particular is castable, but you're not going to
You're
get
not
much
gonna
of
get much
a
out of it. It's no
detail.
no
'Cause what
sense
we're
of-
looking for is detail.
Right, because there's no sense wasting the plaster if we can't get some detail. But
What was this, about how many years ago?
oh gosh,
About 10 years? 10, 15?
we'll say 9-10 years ago. 9-10 years ago.
Roughly 9, 10 years ago, our Bigfoot group, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us here. And we had that, well, it's like holding a satellite dish in your hand with the headphones. And it was drizzly rain off and on that night, drizzly rain. And we were parked over here, and I got that thing, and I'm doing this up towards the woods. And Bill, Brian, he was with us, and I kept telling him, Jesus, I kept telling them all, shut up. I said, I can hear something walking because a mosquito from here to them bushes over there. It sounded like a B-52 coming over the goddamn treetops, you know? But I kept hearing something going. And it was breaking the little sticks.
Sticks and
And
stuff.
it came from back in that direction. That's where we want to go, where that marsh is back in there.
Okay.
But anyway, it kept coming up over. It was starting to stop. And then I couldn't hear nothing. I said, screw this. I'm going to take a walk. So I take this thing and I'm headed down the road. Come on this way. And these guys are still all carrying on, talking and everything else. You can't get them to shut up, so what are you going to do, right? Get away from them.
I will add that before or after Brian had gone down, we heard, a couple of us heard, we had those hearing earphones.
Parallel
on.
microphone.
Yeah.
We did hear a couple of almost like deep grunts. That's all I can say. It wasn't like anything lengthy, but it was like a boom.
Were you guys here at night?
So
Yeah.
we didn't
Oh,
know
it
if
was
it was a bear
nighttime?
Like
or what, but
1:30, 2 o'clock in the
all
morning
of
we
us
left
were
here.
also hearing the walking, because by then we had all stopped talking and we were listening. And we were all hearing the walking. It was definitely 2 feet, like he said. You could completely tell that it was something on 2 feet. And we could all hear it. So then he goes down here.
They
after the rest
all
of them.
stayed up here and I walked down the road down here.
Alone. What a surprise.
And like I say, at nighttime when it's dark up here, it's dark. There's no natural light. I'm still listening with the device up in here while I'm walking. I don't hear nothing, so I figured I'd just go down here and flake my rear end against a tree down here and keep listening. Because I could hear everything they're saying with that thing. Even though they're way up here, I could hear every word they're saying.
Yeah. What is this road used for, Brian?
There's more
This-
campsites
can you
and stuff
drive
back
down here?
Oh yeah. Well, that's Daisy Clearing down the end of this, right?
Clearing is at the end of this,
It's
which is
big.
a parking area, and then you have more hiking trails that go up Sleeping Beauty Mountain, and you can keep going all the way to Black Mountain. Then there's another
Whitehall.
trail that goes down towards Shelving Rock from Daisy Clearing. So there's trails that go off from here.
Oh, wow.
hiking trails.
Shelving Rock, there's been kids that have fallen off there and broken legs and
Died.
what, 1 or 2 that have died
Couple have
that we
died.
know of. Screwing around on top of it. How quiet it is. That night there was the same thing. No sound. But then you could hear with that thing going, you could hear water dripping off the leaves, hitting the ground, that kind of stuff, you know.
Now you would say, Brian, when we walked in, was it coming around this way from that side?
From that direction, and what it was doing was going across the top of this, like parallel to me, off to my
Okay.
right. Because that goes up so far and it goes down.
Right.
I got right down here. That one tree that sticks out right down there. That was crazy. It was scary. I had goosebumps while I'm listening, but, you know. And like I said, I couldn't get these guys to shop as after I leave
Fucking
up there.
dark in here, man.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah, now when the
Holy
sun's out.
shit.
There's spots in here that are worse than that, where it's really thick. I got down, I walked down to the S-turn, and now I'm pointing the whatchamacallit back up that way. And I still couldn't hear anything, so that's why I decided to walk back up right here by this tree. I just squatted down, leaned against the tree. This is my tree. But I sat here, I don't think I was here maybe 5 minutes, give or take, handful. And I got the thing and I'm doing this, I'm going down, like I said, I'd walk down to the S-turn down there and I'd walk back up. And that's when I started hearing the footprints again, the footsteps again up in here.
In here.
And it was pitch black, you can't see nothing. You can hear stuff, but you can't see nothing. Didn't have any lights on. Next thing I knew is I heard like branches moving on the trees and something hit down in here. They thought I was pushing over a dead tree. I showed
Okay.
I showed them. There was a few dead ones when we were doing our push them over.
Push them over.
Instead of somebody getting hit in the head with the goddamn thing. But all I heard was that was a rock. It wasn't a log. It was a freaking rock.
Came from this way.
Came from up on the top up there is where it came from. So it came through roughly in this direction right here, right where that young
The
hemlock
two trees
is.
split right here.
Yeah.
Seems like.
And that's what I said, holy shit. And I started walking up and Sue and Clifford, Cliff was the next police officer out of South Glens Falls. She said, when I come up out of here, she said, you were Snow White. I know I was. I was scared to ever living shit out of me. You're sitting here and it's dead quiet, and all of a sudden you hear something like in the trees, and you hear, boosh, boosh, down through it went.
Yeah.
It's down there somewhere. Down in that hollow there somewhere. There's got to be a big...
I was going to
Big-sized
say, that
rock.
looks like it goes down even after where it drops off there a little further.
Yep. Up there, it was crazy.
So from here, you know, I don't know if you guys want to go back over that knob and down towards my brother's.
Yeah, well, let's do that while it's still light enough to get back in there.
Because that's not far. Then
Right.
we can drive into BIGFOOT Clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Better let it catch up.
What are you looking at?
This right here. Right there. And down into there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
See it?
Yeah, I do. And there's the break.
Yep. And who's to say? Oh, it's probably old, but it's in the bark and stuff from being logged off. Right there.
Yeah, I see it. The heel, the torso.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, I see where it's
You can
stepped.
see the heel. It could be one of the logger's boots, I guess.
Could be.
But you're talking, let's see. There's 9,
He's got a ruler in that backpack.
10, about 16 inches. Right there. Right here. Ito. There's the heel. You see, like the metatarsal break. This has all been pushed down, like I said. Is that from one of the logger's boots? But it goes from here to there.
Not unless their boot breaks in the middle like that, which I can't
No,
see that
no,
being a
no.
thing.
Well,
It's
considering
very
the ones we
interesting,
saw
that's for
down in
sure.
There, it's just as good as a possibility as
And it's
those.
walking this ridge.
Could be. This is too crappy. He shouldn't be trying to get down in there. And
That's why I'm going to go up a little bit
No.
further and see if we can get into the
Well, I'm looking at it this way. I would say, Brian, your best bet, because there's a trail over there where I was, you could go down that trail a lot easier than hoofing around and trying to find. Because if you remember, that road took us all the way down quite a ways. And we had to
Back
walk
out on the
back
road.
up here.
She said there was a path over here, huh? I don't.
Now, Brian, you've collected at least one hair sample before, right? Or you were with somebody who did?
Yeah, and they come back. What's that? Yeah, I
can
got
see it
you.
right there.
That's where we're headed.
And obviously you've casted footprints. Have you ever found like a potential structure or bed?
A possibility. You know, I'll either say yes and or no, but I've seen and I've done it myself. You're hunting and you're going back in the woods, calling for snow, so you build yourself a little bit of a structure.
Yep.
Put pine boughs over it.
Yep.
And, you know, and I'm a hunter, I did that. And somebody else
Right.
comes along, what the hell built that thing?
Right, yeah. And it's always possible it could just be a person making something like that, but...
Yep. Get a thickness in there, huh?
You know, and like the holy grail of Bigfoot would be to find a print, hair sample, a structure, and if you had all those
Good
three...
stool sample.
Or a good stool sample. If you found all of those things...
There's the marsh.
Which, honestly, I don't think anybody's ever found all of those things at once.
Hair sample, yes, that come from out. That's the hair sample that they found out in Washington. That come back 96.4% human.
Right.
And the rest of it doesn't match with anything known to mankind that we have.
But yeah, that's the problem. Until we find a specimen and have
Exactly.
something to compare the DNA to, it's always going to come back inconclusive.
You know, and the odd thing of it is too, Tony, is that they did this on one of the programs on TV where it was a medium-sized deer carcass found in the woods.
Yeah.
In less than 2 weeks, all there was a spot of hair here, and the bones were gone, the fur was gone, the skull, everything gone.
Now let me ask you this. Don't bears take their food away?
Bears will usually drag it someplace and partially cover it up
You would
and
see
go back
that.
and get it.
You would see the drag marks and
Yeah.
all that other stuff.
You know, if there's something were killed right there, I'd probably leave it there and cover it up, because the only things that cover their food mostly in the North Country are bears and big cats.
Right, and big cats are far in between up here, so they say. They're
No,
far in
used to
between.
be, not no more.
Yeah. It's
Not
just
no
like
more.
the moose, you know?
Yeah.
Hardly ever used to see moose 10, 15 years ago. Now they're back again.
Yep.
Oh, is this posted down here?
Jesus, used to be so much better.
Does somebody own this down here, Brian?
Yeah, just actually, all of this used to be part of Napa State.
Yep.
But the Stiles is the one that owns all the land. Somebody in the family still owns their own. They own a few thousand acres in this mountain range. And my wife's brother and 4 or 5 of his friends lease it for hunting.
Oh, so we can come through here.
Yeah, we got Steve's permission to come back here.
Look at Brian, you're so graceful.
Go with the flow, as they would say.
Yep.
You know how dense the woods get down in here, though?
Yeah, it's beautiful down through here.
Yep, now we'll be on their property in a minute. There's a poster. That must be the cutoff line right there, the property line,
Yep.
because this hasn't been touched. I just thought I heard something. I did hear something.
Yep. You hear it? Hold on, stop. That was big.
Wish I had one of them. Have my whatchamacallit. So
It's right over that way. I just heard
Yeah,
it.
because I heard it that way. Probably a deer, but
I don't know, whatever just broke that. It sounded like something just broke a really big stick.
oh yeah.
I went doo-doo, doo-doo. You can hear it. It's further away now. Sound like it went back this way. Unless there's two. Whatever it is. But it's something bigger. It could be a deer.
I definitely heard it. It was off there away. I quick look, couldn't see anything, but there was something made the noise.
Hard to tell from this far away, but definitely could have been a deer or bear or whatever.
And this is where the marsh starts. Remember, we walked almost all the way over to the other side. There used to be a beaver dam down in the far corner. We're trying everything we can to find something.
I'm already happy with what we got, you know? Nothing 100% confirmed,
No.
but still some interesting stuff.
Never will be, not until you find a perfect castable track.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you can say, now there's a track. There's all kinds of possibilities in the woods, but you can't stake your reputation on it, you know?
Yep. This looks like something's been through here.
Something's spent some time right here.
Yeah.
Right
I feel
here.
like I'm in the Amazon.
Right here, too.
Yep, another bed. This could have been one deer.
One big one.
Something pretty big.
Something's been out through here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe more than one.
Fuck.
Oh, what's this? All marsh?
It's all but fucking dried up. I see where they've logged it over there.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, there was actually water in here before. Down there, down the far end, way down. There was a beaver dam about that high. Because we walked the whole edge of that and got down the other end. All kinds of deer tracks. In fact, there was a bear tracks, big cat tracks, bobcat probably.
A little wet.
That's all? Oh yeah. Oh good God, what did we get ourselves into?
I think we might be better off going up here.
Oh, we get up over the top here somewhere. Fucking deer tracks in here.
Oh yeah, they love going through this shit.
I don't know if we should go. Yeah, we are. This looks like a skidder road, be honest with you. It's amazing watching them things go through the woods. Jesus Christ. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be ready for a drink of water and a 10-15 minute break.
Yes, sir. I'll take a quick gander here.
Well, we gave it a shot, Tony. What the hell else did you say?
Yeah, can't say we didn't get our exercise.
It's like a game of chance.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and
Hoping
it's,
like hell you win or you find something.
it's like exactly like I said in the last video. I mean, I know it's cliche, but it's literally like a needle in a haystack.
Uh-huh.
You know, you might only have 1 or 2 Sasquatch in like a 100 to 200 mile radius. You know?
Exactly. Or you could have a whole family group.
Are we gonna
So there's two
Yeah,
stories to
yeah,
tell
you can
here.
start them on.
We're gonna go very far. What are we gonna do here?
We're not going to go very far, but there's 2 stories to tell here, so I wanted
Yeah.
to tell that, and then we can split up and mosey and look for anything we can find.
And
But
that'll
this
probably be our
trail
last
right
shot.
here heads up to Sleeping Beauty. That's where one of the events happened. So there was a girl and her family. They were hiking and they were coming back down from Sleeping Beauty, and she was kind of lagging behind, and the family had gone ahead.
Well, I can barely
And
do
as you realize from what we've experienced so far with roots and stones and rocks, that especially I know that trail gets really rocky. she tripped at some point, rolled her ankle, and she started to cry out, or I don't know, but the story was that she was crying because her ankle hurt. I don't know how bad it was, but they were ahead of her, and so she noticed something moving to her left, and she looked and crouched behind like bushy area or foliage. There was a Bigfoot looking at her that was like kind of hidden down and peeking out from around the foliage. So we don't know if her crying attracted it to see what was happening or what. But then at that point, family had heard her, and they turned around and were coming back up. And she got up and hobbled very quickly, you know, heading out of there because she was terrified at that point. And that just happened not far up this trail, but they were on their way back down. So that's one thing that has happened here that we know of. And the other thing that happened is there's a trail that goes, I don't know where the sign is, but the trail that goes out of here this way will eventually take you down. Well, I could actually include Spook's Corners in that. It takes you, there's 2 stories on this trail then. This takes you all the way back down to Shelving Rock Mountain Trail, and there's a parking area and stuff down there, which we don't have time to even add to this day. It's another whole long hike. But so the first piece of information was George, the one that we've talked about in our group, that older guy. He would just go out and camp in the mountains by himself for a couple weeks. You know, he was very wood savvy, and he has horses, loves horses. Well, he was riding horseback. He used to come up here quite a bit with his horses, and he was riding by himself down that trail. And there's a place where you come to a little bridge, and it was before he got to that, he said the horse started to act spooked. So it was like, you know, prancing, and the ears went back flat, and it kept looking over its shoulder this way. So he knew that the horse was nervous, and he knew that it was aware of something off left, maybe a little behind them. And so he kept trying to make the horse go forward, and the horse absolutely refused. That horse just wasn't going to go any farther. So he decided at that point, well, why push it? We'll just turn around, we'll come back up. They had just come down that trail, and there was nobody else on the trail. And when he turned around and headed back up, it wasn't very far, and there was a tree that had been broken and was right straight across the trail. And he had to get off and cut the tree to get it out of the way enough so that he could get through with his horse to come back up the trail. So there's no explanation as to how that happened. And the fact that the horse was responding to being nervous, that something was in the area that it was making it, you know, not want to go. So that was really weird. They can sense things. So something was happening there, and we would have just written it off as, well, maybe, you know, it was a bear in the area or a mountain lion or something. But the fact that that tree limb got broken down and put across the trail, obviously that's something else entirely.
Because it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Like minutes. Like we're talking. Right. Yeah. So then going further down the trail, this is something that comes from my family. So I told Joe my dad had passed away up in here. Well, there is a trail that goes to Mount Erebus off of the Shelving Rock Trail. So if you were coming from the bottom end up towards where that same bridge is I was talking about, it would be a little ways before that on the downside. Yep. So my dad and some of his hunting buddies, some of his friends, they used to hunt up in here occasionally. My dad hunted in Vermont more than he hunted in New York, but he did hunt some in New York. And he had come up here, and they like to go up into Mount Erebus. It's very, very rugged up there. It's very steep and cliffs, and it's pretty rugged territory. So anyways, they would put people on watch right where that Mount Erebus trail would cut off from the Shelving Rock Trail and the trail that comes up to Daisy Clearing. They named it Spook's Corners because there were multiple times they had different people sitting on watch near that, where that trail branched off. We always thought it was a paranormal thing, but now I'm not so sure. So it did not happen to my brother, but it happened to my brother's friend. It happened to my father's friend. That it would be at dusk. They'd be doing the last drive of the day, and they would, whoever was on watch there, would start to hear something walking towards them, and they could hear it coming clearly on 2 feet, to the point that they felt they should be able to see what was making, you know, what was walking, and they never were able to see anything at all. It creeped them out to the point that nobody would sit on watch there anymore, because it happened multiple times to multiple people in my dad's hunting party. So they just started dubbing it Spook's Corners, and you know, we're not gonna sit at Spook's Corners, right? So then I began to think after I learned more about Bigfoot, like, well, maybe it was a Bigfoot walking and it was staying hidden or camouflaged and they weren't able to see where it was.
So.
Well, it's like you people that are watching this podcast, you see what we've been through today and what we went through last week. We are actually out doing foot to ground, ground to foot investigations. We aren't hearing something and then drawing pictures of this is possibly what happened, so on. So you're seeing what we're seeing. And like with the Bigfoot legend, let alone finding evidence, it's a lot tougher than you think. But if you have a spot where you have found stuff, normally you go back and you can find something. And in this podcast, you will see the 2 pictures that were taken of possibilities that could have been older, but you'd have to be here walking on this ground to see what the ground is really like, where it's like walking on a wet sponge, where you got to have some weight to leave a track to start with. You try doing that in an area like this and it dissipates. It just goes away because all the ground comes back up the whole 9 yards. It's come this way. What do you got?
You got something?
I don't normally get into tree things, but this is a little odd. So
Tree things?
Tree things. I want you to look at it.
Off of Coastal Park, I'll not be worried about trees. How far are you?
Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
It's a
those
little
trees
strange.
bent over like that? Yeah. Well, I can see what happened.
Did a tree fall down on it?
This was taken down when this tree come down.
Driven into that.
Yeah.
It's driven in there.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Feel a lot better if there was one going the other way.
But it's kind of odd, isn't it?
It's a little strange. Granted, that tree could have maybe done that, but
Yeah. And like I said, I don't get excited about tree things, but I think that's kind of weird. Don't pull it out,
I'm
because I
not
want
gonna
Joey
pull it
to
out.
see it. I don't know. That's just weird to me.
First of all, this tree come down. This limb come off one of these trees right here. That one right there. That limb. Come off one of them, come down here. See this right behind you? That's the same kind of tree wood that is right there. That landed on top of this pipe. But how that got drove in the ground, because I can't see that driving it into the ground.
No.
But it's got it hooked right there pretty damn good actually.
I think that's weird.
it's possible, but it's definitely a strange find.
I think so. I've never, like I said, I'm not somebody that gets interested
Right.
in, like, it has to be, like, really interesting to me. I just thought that was really interesting. So.
Those are more feasible to
It's
scratch your head and think about
a
than
head scratcher.
trees that have been blown over on each other and all this stuff.
Right.
I'd say that's a head scratcher.
A little bit. Have to
And who the
forensic
hell's to
sign it.
say?
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to get somebody from forensics out here, you know?
Right?
Really find, if you want to
CSI.
find out that
Look
bad.
up. Yeah, we're gonna call NCIS when we get home.
We'll
and
call
say,
her
"Hey."
hookups.
I think that's weird.
I don't see no tracks or nothing though, so, but
Yeah, well, that's
That's
what
been there a while.
That's
Who's to
why
say,
I started
yeah.
over there originally thinking, oh, I'll see if there's any tracks to it.
Well, I'm going to hook the trailer to the left over here.
deer tracks.
That's broke. Something broke that.
And I can't tell because it's a high
That's a fresh tree. Oh yeah. Are you kidding?
That is
It's
fucking
old.
Crazy.
Yes, that's definitely, that's fucking, that's
That,
gotta be 8 feet.
that could not have hit this over here without taking out that tree as
Yeah,
well.
I agree
If
with
that
you.
came down, it would hit that one and then that one.
And there's
That is-
nothing under this straight line down that
No.
would have
And there's
cracked it like
nothing
that.
down on the end.
Kayla, do you see this, honey?
Brian!
That's a tree twist.
Come here, guys! That is freaking nuts.
Up at the top
Yeah,
here, you guys are gonna notice there's like a twist break. And if you look up above in these little group of trees here and straight down, there's nothing really that would have caused that. And I can't see snow or weighted stuff pulling this down to break it like that.
What we got?
We have a what looks like a tree break. And it looks like it's not taken down by another tree.
I see it.
It looks like it
Okay.
could be twisted.
It
but I
looks like
wondered if you
somebody
could
took
get
it and
up high
twisted
enough
it
to
and
see.
broke it.
I don't see why a person would be doing one
Not
that
a
high.
person. That's 7.5 feet up.
So the only tree that's down is that one, right?
Yeah. Oh no, that's not from that tree.
And the tree would have hit this tree before it hit
That was
tree.
broken.
There's
It looks like it was
nothing that-
twisted.
Yes.
and
It
broke.
and
does.
snapped.
That's what I'm saying. That's a real
That's
tree
at least,
break.
Brian, 7 feet up there.
That's a real tree
7.5 feet.
Here, let me get a picture of you with it
Eight.
too.
There's 8 feet.
That's 8 feet?
At
Yeah,
least.
I'm 6.
Go ahead, Anthony, hop in there. I'll get all 3 of you.
No, that looks like something's been twisted and then bent over.
Yep.
No person's gonna do that.
No,
Not that high up.
not that high up.
And
I
you
would-
can feel, Brian, how stiff this tree is.
Oh yeah, this is still alive.
The only way somebody would ever be able to do that is if they were on horseback, but I can't see them being able to do that while they're on a
Strong
horseback.
enough to do that on
No.
a
It
horse?
would be
Hell no.
extremely difficult.
That's a break by a Bigfoot. I don't care what anybody
Well, it
says.
looks like it's been done for a while,
Yeah.
but this tree is
However,
still
the tree is
alive.
still
Oh yeah,
alive.
both
Right,
parts
the
of it
tree
are
is
alive.
still alive.
So
Not a
Even
dead
the one that's
tree.
bent over, still
it's
alive.
healing, but it's been like that for a while.
Yeah,
That
I
is
agree.
crazy.
that evidence. People.
You'd have to-
Yes!
Yes.
You'd have to show them some of the pictures of the ones over on Baker Road.
All right, crew, we found real evidence. Woo! Possible trap, a real tree break. Yes.
It's only taken how many hours?
All day.
Hey, this is what it's all about, fellas.
Yes, sir. And I say, you guys have been with us, so you know what we go through
Yeah.
when we go do investigations. We don't just go and look at what they found. We go,
I'm looking for another one.
Well, even there was the one at the beginning that we were kind of like, no.
Yeah. Sue found a little something. I wasn't sure because it looked like the trees just kind of folded on each other.
I
Oh,
wish,
But one was arched.
I wish we would have gotten
Over
a
the
cast. but
pathway.
I know it's
Over
gonna
there in the
come.
other-
Yeah, and it, was,
Yeah,
it
I
made
saw that.
like an indent, Brian, in
Yeah.
the tree from it being wedged up against it. So it's been there for a
Try
while.
casting something in the.
So guys, we're probably about what, Brian? 6 o'clock. If I
Oh, it's gotta be.
It's got to be close to that.
gotta
Yeah,
be
it's
that.
6:33 right now. So we've been out here since what? 11:30.
11:30, no, about 12
I would say
o'clock.
12 o'clock.
About 12 o'clock.
So we've been out here for 6 hours. We found a cool tree break over here. We did find some other stuff that kind of looked like prints. It's hard to say, but this right here, this tree break, I don't know where it went. Now somebody moved it.
All right, right over there.
The tree break that's over here it's definitive evidence because the tree's still alive. It would be impossible for somebody on horseback to get up that high and snap that way.
All night long, it was twisted.
It was twisted and broke. And probably, Brian, you said what, about 8 feet
8
up?
feet.
So we're gonna circle these woods a little bit more as the light starts to go down. We're gonna head back to camp, and we're really gonna try and like just spend the night kind of calmly, seeing if that maybe something would come up to the campsite and greet us during the night.
That's where you
Now-
least likely you expect to see them or hear them is when you will.
Is when you least expect it.
And like a lot of these people that you do these kind of podcasts and movies, you'll see them. Sounds like going over there. Get up and start running.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what in hell are you going to do if you catch
If you
it?
catch it.
If you do catch it, what are you going to do? It's like a dog catching a tire, you know, going down the road, boop, 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 you know.
At least we have the binoculars. I feel like if
Yeah,
we hear
that's-
something, we can just.
Well, I
Those-
brought the thermal in here in case we see anything moving.
Well, that. And
I want to see if
between
I
that
could
and the
pick it up
binoculars.
thermal. Yeah, the
Oh,
binoculars
we
too.
brought the ones
Yeah.
you bought us with us too.
We got night vision cameras that are going to be rolling, so
Well, I think when we go to sleep, we should use the body.
the
cam
body
to
cam
run
to run
the
outside.
tent.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep a camera in the tent if anything does happen. We
The
wake up.
IR should be in the tent.
The IR, yeah, definitely.
This is really cool, Brian. Thank you
Hey,
so
welcome.
much for taking us out here, man. This was awesome.
I'm about 76 years old now.
Hey, you're in good shape, man. Should we continue?
Yeah, we'll just go straight.
She's up,
see
she
what
must
they're
be up
doing.
where the campsite is.
You guys have already been back through here?
Well, me and Tony went up as far as the picnic table there. Because that trail I was on went right down, I headed right back down towards the road.
So you've never been in here?
No. No, I have Sue has with her family and stuff, but I've been as far as the landing, and we got here that day. There must have been 20 vehicles out there. Goddamn rock. Like this.
Hey,
You want to take it, right?
Yeah?
I might have something.
How do we get to you?
Follow my voice.
Oh
What
my
did he say?
voice.
Follow my voice.
He leads us into the jar.
It's a maybe, but I thought it was interesting.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's enough.
Hey, Joe?
Yeah.
Right over there.
Oh.
Also, looks like something might be bedding in here too.
Had what?
Looks like something's bedding in here, possibly.
Really?
Potential print. Not a good one, but you guys would know better than I would. But
No, we wouldn't.
it's the right
Your eyes are as
shape.
good as ours.
Almost looks a little too wide, but
Oh, I see the break in the
there's
dirt.
a couple indents in here. And this, I can stick my finger all the way back there. So I don't know.
Ooh,
That's
that has
wild.
potential.
And you even got, see the ridge right here? Yep, right across here.
Wow, that's fucking
But look,
crazy.
stick a finger in there. Goes all the way back in.
Check it.
Shit.
What do you think, Brian?
It's been either a rook or something there at one time, or
Measure.
You know, the length and the width of it
leave that there.
look really
You go
good.
from about here by the looks of it.
I got your gun, Mom. I'm touching this gun just so
Mine
you know.
inside here, up to that area.
Well, he's got to get it out of there.
Oh, that scared me. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? 20 inches.
No, bring that back.
Back a little.
Yeah, more, right there. There's
19 and a half.
19 right there, 19 and a half.
That's a good length. And the width?
Gotta be about 4 inches.
No, it's more.
About 9.
It's
No.
9 inches?
that's normal for a big one.
That's
think?
about right.
That one, that
Holy
big plus
well,
I got, don't forget, is 11 something.
For a 19-inch track, that's
This
about right.
this was interesting to me. All these are
It's
broken,
broken
off
off.
at the end here. This isn't broken, but it could have just.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
flexible.
definitely, could just gone down.
Well, what do you think, guys? I think we could try to cast that.
I think we could cast that.
Good. It jumped right out at
I
me.
will
was
tell
like,
you when
Jesus
because
Christ.
it goes downhill. When you cast it, you're gonna have a big ball.
This, I tell you
Down
what,
at
guys,
the
if there's
bottom
gonna be
of that,
anything walking through an area, this
the,
is gonna be fucking
plaster.
it.
But
Yeah,
I-
definitely.
Look at
I'd
this.
say why
Well,
not?
For cover.
Look at all of the
Yeah,
meadow in
the
here.
meadow in here.
There's something that's been
That's
walking
been walking
here.
through here, and it's big.
If you look in here, it looks like there's almost toe indents. It looks like the 2 middle toes here. The big one would have
all the
landed
way back to
somewhere
the other
over here,
campsite.
maybe even rested up on there, like this.
I have
And
my bag with
this
me.
whole
It has the
spread right
plastic
here.
bag. You can try it in a pack.
It's about 19 and a half inches
You guys
by
got your,
9 inches
Plastic,
across.
right.
So it's definitely the right size.
I'd take it.
It's not the best track you could probably ever get, but I think we got the casting stuff, so we're gonna give it a shot.
Well, guys, you know what's going to have to happen, don't you?
We're gonna have to go get the rest.
Well, you can leave this for now. There ain't going to be nobody in here tonight. And let this dry and come in the
dry.
morning. We'll give you what it's that's another 2-bagger. You got to come up in
Yeah,
here.
you gotta come all the way up inside there, Ken.
You got to come all
It's
the way
huge.
around into here. That'll harden up good and stiff overnight.
Do we need to put those screws in there?
Yeah, I will right now.
There are a couple other spots where it looks like it's been matted down by
Yeah.
a big type of foot, but there's no distinct impression.
That's good enough for now.
Right.
But what do we got? We got 1 bag with us or 2?
One.
This is another. This is 2 more bags.
That's a big
fucking
cast.
trout.
As long as
Get it.
you guys, if you guys are, you should come up here in the morning and do this.
I'm not even opposed to coming in a few hours and doing it either.
How about we go back and get the rest of the stuff? If you're willing to come back in here with these guys,
We got
we'll hike-
spots and flashlights. We
Right.
could get right back in
We
here
could just wait a couple hours and come back.
and come back.
Well, we're headed back in to finish up the cast we found. Hopefully it's still there. Somebody hasn't swiped it. If we can find it.
Yeah, we got it. It's literally just a straight line from here in that meadow, so.
I remember having to walk around these trees. I didn't know something fucking weird about him.
Yeah, that was very weird. I saw him running.
Yeah, he was running down the fucking trail.
I was like, what the
What are you
fuck
doing?
is he
Hiking.
doing?
Have a good night, guys. We might have saw something.
Just getting out of here.
We should have said, we're hunting Bigfoot. Did you see something?
What the fuck, you think we were park rangers or something?
See that?
Yeah, hard as a rock. Hard as a
Wow, that's crazy.
This is going to be somewhat thin. It's going to look rough the way we're doing it, but what you're interested is what's on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't forget.
That's how. Push it into those holes there.
I don't know what you're going to get out of this. I would have liked to come all the way back there, but it's just not going to work. It just ain't got, it's going to be too thin.
That's the only bag you got?
Yep, that's it. You're going to realize this son of a bitch is that deep.
Yeah.
It is. It's an imprint. Big.
Even just the shape of it, you know?
Screws. When you come up in the morning, start in the back.
Okay.
Get your knife down in the ground and go underneath it like this, all the way around, up in there included, the whole 9 yards. Then if you can get the back up and get your hand down in there and start working it up. But there was a root there too, if I recall.
Yeah.
I hope it ain't fucking going to adhere to that to the point where
I fucking saw it.
yeah, I've had to do that before. Wash my hands off when I get out there.
So that's good?
Yep.
We got the cast finished. We're gonna come pick it up in the morning, let it dry, and we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, so it's the next morning. We woke up a little bit ago, took camp down, packed everything up. But we came back to the cast, it's all dry. We're gonna take a little bit of time here and make sure we can get it out in one piece. If it doesn't come out in one piece, it's not a huge deal. We can repair these things as long as it just doesn't turn to powder. We should be alright, but we're gonna start digging at it here and seeing if we can get it out. Yeah, so we won't really be able to tell too much till we let this dry, take it home and brush it off, but you can see it's definitely the right shape.
Especially where that big toe is there.
It does look like a toe.
I would say we thought this was a left foot at first, but
It might be a right.
it's looking like it's a right.
Yeah,
So
because
this looks like the big toe.
Yeah.
And look, you can already see the
mid-tarsal break.
The mid-tarsal break right here. So yeah, guys, this has definitely
pretty nuts.
been an awesome experience for us to come out here with Brian and get our first cast. Not the most ideal casting situation, but we passed up on a few other ones, and this is the one we decided on. So we'll get it cleaned up. We'll show you guys what it looks like. But here's to many more adventures and hopefully finding many more casts and pieces of circumstantial evidence. That's what we're trying to do here. So without further ado, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Sasquatch, a legendary phenomenon that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. From the tales told by Native American tribes, to the icy legends of the Yeti in the Himalayas, and the mysterious Orang Pendek lurking in the jungles of Southeast Asia, the allure of Bigfoot spans cultures and continents. As the narrative evolved, Bigfoot transformed into a powerful symbol in pop culture, with research on sightings gaining momentum. Some enthusiasts believe that Sasquatch is a tangible, flesh and blood creature, while others reason its possible paranormal or extraterrestrial origins. Recently, our team ventured into the heart of Hogtown, a growing hotspot for Bigfoot researchers, including the dedicated duo of Sue and Brian Gosselin. In our last episode, we embarked on a grueling trek, hoping to uncover evidence while sharing stories from the field. As the day drew to a close and packing it in was upon us, something remarkable caught our attention. A tree twisted unnaturally, bent at a 90-degree angle, towering 8 to 10 feet above the ground. Investigating further, we found no clear natural explanation for it, and just a short distance away was an intriguing 18-inch imprint in the ground. Could it be a Sasquatch footprint? We decided to cast it, but its true nature remains an open question. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. As we transition into late fall, our team prepares for one last expedition before winter envelops Hogtown, eager to explore areas we previously overlooked. But first, let's listen to a gripping encounter that unfolded on the Inman Pond Trail. In the early 2000s, Sue and Brian met a remarkable individual named John Whitesell through their shared passion for Sasquatch research. A talented musician and contractor who worked with organizations like NASA, John was an avid outdoorsman who cherished the beauty of the Adirondacks. Tragically, he contracted cancer and passed away in his 40s. In honor of his legacy, it's our duty to share his story and the profound impact he had on those around him. One day, John and his wife set out for a hike to Inman Pond, basking in the warm June sunshine. The air was crisp and refreshing beneath the shade of towering trees, a perfect day for nature photography, which was a shared passion of theirs. As they wandered off the beaten path to capture pictures of a nearby brook, a sudden, bellowing vocalization echoed throughout the woods. Confused, they speculated whether it was a moose or perhaps a bear. Intrigued, but wary, they paused to listen. Then came another powerful scream, reverberating through the forest. In that instant, the hairs on the back of their necks stood on end. Realizing the gravity of the situation, they quickly navigated through a ravine and back onto the trail. The unnerving calls followed closely behind. John, who never caught a glimpse of the creature, sensed its presence as it shook trees in the distance. Understanding that panic would only escalate the danger, he and his wife maintained a brisk pace, knowing that they needed to return safely. The vocalizations continued to stalk them, mirroring their movements as though the creature was fiercely defending its territory. John's wife vowed never to set foot in the woods again, while John, despite being a seasoned outdoorsman, was deeply shaken by the experience. Motivated by curiosity, he later reached out to the BFRO and joined a Sasquatch research team. Today, we retraced John and his wife's steps along that very trail, determined to uncover what they encountered. Join us as we investigate further, and stay tuned to see what we discover.
All this way having something screaming and bellowing at you.
No, I can't.
His wife, whoever came back in the woods after that, she was never
Don't
done.
blame her.
Yeah, it would flip me out too.
Yeah.
They haven't been back here, Sue, since then?
No,
Wow.
no. She didn't go out in the woods at all anymore. And then he passed away. He was young. He passed away.
Young guy?
Yeah, he was very in his 40s when he died.
Jesus.
Yeah, really sad. So he went back out in the woods, but it took him a little while, and then he started going back out, and then he was part of the group. So obviously, the first thing I ever did was to come in here with him and 2 other people from our team. Back then I had my camcorder, which is the same as the one that we have.
Right.
The white, the Tony one, and videotape him out here where we had the experience with him telling the story. That was the first thing I ever did with a group. And it was so impactful to be able to be, in the spot and watch him tell it.
Right.
It was really cool. And do you think I could climb that tape? No. Lost it or taped over it accidentally, don't know, but I've never been able to find it.
It's got to be here somewhere.
How you doing, partner? You all right?
Still sucking air.
Next to us.
Means you're alive.
The walkout's going to be easy compared to what it looks coming
it's all
in. That's
downhill.
for sure. We're going to give it another 10 minutes. We haven't found it. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Agree.
I'd like to just sit somewhere though for a little while and
Yeah,
just quiet.
that's what I wanted to do at Inman Pond.
I was gonna say me and Cody could walk up ahead and radio you guys if it's not
You
far,
wanna do
but
that? We can sit and film.
If you yelled,
If
you yelled, we'd be able to hear you.
yeah,
I will
probably.
stay here. I have safety. What should
Safety
we
in
call her?
numbers.
Betty. I have Betty on my hip. Got
Big
Big
Betty.
Betty. We're safe. We're good.
I'm gonna try and do a quick thermal scan, Kayla. Try and turn this down a little bit. What's nice, guys, is I got a chance to figure out how to adjust contrast, which makes stuff stand out so much better in the footage. This thing is so accurate now. Wow. But you would admit, Sue, it's eerily quiet in here, isn't it?
Usually you would hear a squirrel scampering around or something, or an occasional bird.
I heard some birds.
I was going to say, has anybody heard a bird in a while?
Good God.
I think it's right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now you can see opening. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Hey. Me either. It's not too much further up. You guys are gonna come to a... No, that's not that far. But there's a Y after a couple of down trees. You're just gonna hang left.
You guys want to go down?
Yeah, I don't care.
And so what?
We rested here a while. I caught my breath and stuff. Is it me or is that tree supposed to be that way?
The top of that one?
Yeah.
But no, Dad, you're looking at a different tree.
No, honey, I'm looking at
she
this
was
one.
looking at this one. That's what I meant.
There's another one.
Oh, I thought this was the one you were looking
No,
at.
there's another one right here.
I saw quite a few of them on our way. I saw some that went like all the way around.
Take some footage of these, Kayla.
Yeah. Let me just walk up and see this one, because this one looks like this tree broke and came down on the top of this tree. But where's the bottom of that?
That's a good question. Why are they all bent the same direction?
See, like I said,
Well, that one actually looks like it bends
this looks
this
like that
way,
was
and this
laid
one
across.
But
bends.
it looks like something locked it between those two trees over there.
Well, it's kind of the same thing on this one.
Yeah.
A little
That
bit.
sounded like a raven.
Yeah.
I think that's a strange one. I don't get too, I think I've told you before, I don't get too excited because so many natural things in the woods.
Oh, I know.
It
That
makes me
twist,
crazy.
that twist that we found was.
Don't see the end of that? And it looks like it was cut off of that, the top.
Gotcha.
Because I was thinking at first it broke and somehow
Yeah, kind of
came
arched
down
itself.
and hit that top of that tree and pulled it over, but I don't know what it would have come from.
Pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go find Brian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go search for Brian. He's been gone.
You know, and
I would have loved to.
So we just got to the pond. It's about a mile in. Real quiet day today. Barely even any birds or anything. It rained yesterday, so seems like a nice, quiet, cooler day. Rounding its way up to about 40 degrees right now. The rest of the crew's sitting at the pond right now, just sitting around seeing if they could hear anything. None of us have ever been up to this area before, so we wanted to check it out. Right in the same vicinity about where we found that track. Not too far, same neck of the woods. Brian walked off on his own, and it's been a while, so I'm gonna go check up on him. I'm sure he's fine, but Brian is like me. He likes to just kind of be alone sometimes in the woods. Helps you be a little bit more in tune with things, hear things better, see things. So we're gonna catch up with him here and see if we can find him. It'd be kind of a hard day to find tracks for anything like that, just because all the leaves fell recently. So not a whole lot you'd be able to really see. Your best bet would probably be near riverbanks or the edge of a pond. There he is. Hello.
Fucking beautiful back there, man.
Yeah?
Oh, fuck. They were on the right trail, I hope.
What's that?
I hope they're on the right trail.
Yeah, no, we caught
Well,
up
the
with
pond
them.
is just over there. Just over here, it goes down. Fucking opens up really big.
Does it?
You've got the rock shoal over there. It's all hemlock. And up the very end, it's marshy. A big old fucking hardwood thing. It comes right down to the funnel. It comes right down to the water. Then it's all hemlock. I don't know how far. I'm not going any farther that way, but I wanted to see the whole pond.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes around the corner. See, these kind of walking, I can go all day.
Yep. Wow.
Ain't a sound or a fucking bird of any kind. Nothing, you know?
I know, it's quiet.
And it's like that spot over here where that hardwood grove comes down, meets the water on the other end. Bet your ass if I can dare use that to come down and get a drink.
Oh, yeah. It is dead quiet.
That's all I've heard so far is ravens and a crow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Right?
I said I don't know how I feel about that. It's ominous.
Oh, ravens are supposed to be good luck.
No, yeah, they are. But they are scavengers, so I feel like they mostly eat dead animals.
I don't know if this goes back in a little bit or not, but I don't think so.
I feel like this might be the end. I don't know where that other trail went. Probably. It looks like
Black Point. Oh, that there trail. It's got to join another trail
I
somewhere.
imagine.
I'll head back down to the boys.
My knees are gonna blow up.
Don't fall in the water.
Try not to again, like we did last time.
See if you can make it without getting wet today.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I heard something off that way, but I don't know if it was Joey doing another call or.
Yeah, but you would have
It
heard
would
it
have been
there.
that way, but I thought I heard something over here.
It's a possibility.
All right, so do we stop at the other spot or do we go back to the car and like when we're heading out, do you want to?
We could check out the riverbank real quick. Yeah.
We can walk that brook down to the road. That goes down to the road, right?
We made it.
I used to work with a guy come Northern Zone. He packed a bag and he went someplace in the Adirondacks. He didn't never come out until he got a deer. Huh. He lives down there in Kingsbury. I know, I'm taking that ridge over there.
I don't know how much time we're going to spend here, so that's my question is, I think if I go out on that point, I can see where that hill. I'm trying to think where I found him. You think it was this way or this way? The brook goes down this way.
Yeah, I know. Thought that's what we were doing, following the brook out.
Right, so when you said you're going up the hill, where are you going?
On that ridge. And
Just the other side.
I'm going to keep the ridge on my right and walk the brook.
Joe, if you need to sit for a bit and rest, you do that. We'll just see if we can find the right spot.
Okay.
Huh. Something was walking through here. Guys, check this out. Hey, yo. So, come here. There's prints all over. Or, they look like prints.
That's some big ass feet too.
But, like, they're not boots. Guys, come here. There's a lot of them. One there. There's one right here. Deep, but this is soft ground.
Where'd you find, man?
Oh, we don't know. That's interesting. They're like
Some big
soft, but these are deep.
Yeah, but like
moly.
even my knee,
Shit.
my knee is like an inch in the ground right now. So if something was 800 pounds, it would sink that far.
Yeah, because it's soft.
Something that's pretty
It's soft. Like I'm just barely standing. You know, I mean,
Does
I'm
that
not.
look like a human foot to you, though?
It's too big. No, nobody would sink that far.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would think that far either. I mean,
It's fucking crazy.
you were
There's two
300
of them
pounds.
right here.
There's two right here, and there's two right here, and they look about the same space.
Oh, my
That's-
camera battery's gonna die.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna have to switch to my iPhone.
yeah, because it's pretty soft. So, but that would take weight to get down in that deep. I mean, I'm not thinking that much.
Let me see. I'm 200 pounds. That's a stick. So if I was running, that's about as much of an indent as I could put
And that's still like
in the
a
ground.
quarter.
And that's a quarter
It's like a quarter of the way.
of the way down.
The thing is that those are longer unless something slid.
Right,
These
but
are-
even then,
These are more.
it doesn't look to me like it's a bear track or anything like that. It could be water, but
Because these are more. That one's more that
yeah, I
shape.
see. But there's imprints all over this.
Yeah.
It's definitely weird.
It's very interesting.
Buddy, let me see that for a second.
Because that looks, you know.
Well, these look like they're coming this way.
Yeah.
These almost look like they're
Thank you,
coming
sir.
back out. This looks like right foot, maybe. But
maybe another. These are holes, more like round.
weird. It doesn't look like a deer track or a moose track.
That
That's like a
moss, Aaron,
down.
that's right in the center of that track, right?
Yeah.
Does that look like where there was a break, or did that look like it just got tossed in there?
Probably got pushed down.
Pushed
in
down.
Yeah.
the side.
And
I have to
yet,
guess.
there's nothing that continues
The width?
on the other side of that. That one looks the most interesting to me.
Yeah, it does.
That one and that one.
These
those
two.
The rest of them look more like they go just like that straight down. There's no anything out in front of it.
Well, there definitely ain't nothing straight up that's gonna drop or drip on it.
No.
No, that's weird. Those are definitely interesting. What do those look like over there, Anthony? More of a hole?
Still a lot. That one's shaped really weird.
That is weird.
It's like,
And I'm also looking at this like
because it's like,
Because it's like the shape of a human foot.
this
Almost.
would be right, and that would be left,
And these look like they're coming out this way.
and they look like they're coming the other.
But this one, these look smaller than that.
Yeah.
So
But it looks like whatever it is walked. If you look
Like
at
it-
this
like
on
it
camera,
turned around, which
it's
would
a-
yeah,
explain why
it
there's
looked like it
no.
turned around.
Brian.
He's long gone by now.
I can hear him.
I think. That's very odd. Really odd.
Yeah, I would say.
I'm gonna. We'll mark it, and we
Do
should.
you think these are worth casting?
I don't know. I know we don't have any casting material.
I brought casting stuff, but I don't
You'd
know.
have to go all the way back to the cars and then bring it back.
Which
Yeah,
is
I don't
it's
know
not
either.
a whole lot further, but
I mean, can you imagine the amount of plaster to fill that?
Yeah.
I was going to say these are
think we
so deep.
Yeah. I would say no. And I'm also, like Brian's not here, but you guys, you have long legs, Anthony. To come over here, it doesn't look like it's much of a stride. It would
No.
look like something just stepped.
like a half
step.
stride, like a little step.
Yeah.
This would be
because-
a long step for me, though.
Right, a long step for you. Yeah, so
Let me-
get a
let me-
picture of him doing that. Because that gives us an idea of the
So the
stride.
stride.
That would be a really uncomfortable stride for any normal person.
yeah.
It's
Nobody's
very
gonna take a
interesting.
step that long.
Yeah.
These are very interesting tracks. The only problem is this one is so deep it brought mud out of the hole.
Yeah.
It did.
So it's this.
Yeah,
This
on
is
top of the
probably not water because the mud is on top of the leaf over there.
Yeah.
And if anything, I'd say like if this were a Bigfoot, maybe those ones, since they're straight down, maybe their foot was angled more, and since the
the mud is so soft it sunk down instead of flat. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was pointed.
And like with your stride too, a person wouldn't be able to step that long and push that much into the ground.
No way.
No, because look, his feet barely.
I would say
Make an
that's 3.5,
impression.
maybe a little bit more feet.
Yeah. It's weird.
That's
So,
almost a 4-foot stride.
that would be like a normal step for a Bigfoot if it was, you know?
I'd say that, definitely doesn't. It can't be a person that
No,
did that.
no way. And
Absolutely not.
I can't identify any animal that would make those imprints either. The only other guess I would have would be water running through here.
Like, say that you did sink that far. The first thing you would do be like, oh God.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Oh,
keep
no.
You would
walking
step
forward.
back out of it because
Yeah.
you realize that it's too soft in there, and you would back out. You wouldn't
But
keep stepping.
I couldn't see somebody
And
with a
step that
stride
far.
this long
Right?
stepping
Why
and
would you
stuff.
step that far? That's
Right.
crazy.
Like even from here to the next one,
Right?
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
big
that's-
stride.
That's almost 4 feet.
This is a bit, like this would be a bit of a stretch for
A person.
a person.
Yeah, but if he was,
And you don't sink that low, Brian. Look at Ingening. He's not even sinking in. And
There's
this thing
worms in
had
there.
weight.
I'm looking.
Some of them don't look like it, but some of those two right there where he's standing look interesting.
This would be right foot right here.
Yep, and this would be a left one up here.
Maybe if it's a bear.
That's what I was thinking,
That's what
but
I'm
it
beginning
didn't.
to wonder.
It didn't really.
Is the weight is right here on a bear on their footprint.
Right,
It's too
but then it widens out up here, so you know, like it's the right shape, so it definitely looks strange, and it almost looks like.
Jesus.
You know? Like this one looks pretty good. This would be a good left foot. It looks like maybe the big toe would be
It
there.
would be right left. But is it a bear? I mean, it's got the width up here for a big bear.
It does, but don't you think we would
But
see
don't
the
you
other
think
feet?
The claw marks in that soft. that
Right, or
mud?
we would see the other 2 feet.
Right.
Because right now this looks like bipedal tracks.
Yeah, I agree.
Those don't look like much of anything.
Yeah. Those would be more like
Peg
bear
leg.
tracks.
You got a peg leg. No, those, you could say yes.
You could say no. Yeah. And then these two look like they might be a little smaller coming back out that way.
Turned around, like it went that way and then maybe turned around and came back this way.
Well, that's what makes you think somebody attempted to do what we're doing.
It's possible, but
That's an awful long step. And I said to them, if my foot sunk that deep, my first reaction would be to pull my foot out and step
right.
backwards.
Like it is kind of a big
I
stride for a
wouldn't keep
person.
going.
Unless he
Would
was
you?
like 6'5", but even then, like if this is a person, it's a pretty big person because that's
Yeah,
a long stretch.
I can't.
But yeah, you can't say yes.
I can't say it's a Bigfoot track. I would say it's a bear track before I would say it was a Bigfoot track.
Really?
Yeah.
Possible.
A bear's main weight walking is on this bone, and it's spread out over the pads. You can see the width on both of these is like that wide. I don't see toes.
But would it have a stride that wide? Like that long? Like that's
Hey, right, left,
yeah, but that's
and that could be your next right. And the way he was walking, I don't know.
I feel like a bear would be
But there's
a
nothing
wide
on the other side.
between steps.
of this.
Well,
This is very
It's
questionable
fucking-
because
it is questionable.
Like Sue was saying, bears have 4, so you should technically see the back paw prints
Yeah.
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, like I said, like they.
But the
wouldn't
odd
be-
thing of it is the dirt comes up out of here and
That's
it's up,
what
up
we
in
were
here.
I
saying.
was
The
talking
mud is
about.
on top of the leaves. But it does look like there's another one right there. It could be a bear. You never know.
These two holes are just about like identical apart.
Something definitely walked through here.
Oh,
but
definitely something. Got in here and come back around.
So it looked like
1, 2, 3. Boing, 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 boing. Don't know.
it's hard to say. Yeah, we can't say yes,
You can't
but we
rule
can't
it out.
say no.
You can't rule
so
it out, but
definitely an interesting
That
find.
was a good find, Ant.
yeah,
Awesome.
it was. Because I was checking them same kind of spots. They're all over the place over in here.
We didn't really see much else around here, but
Yeah. Well,
That's interesting.
leave it up to the people that view it. No, it's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, right, Brian?
But I don't understand. It's like peg leg.
Yeah,
That's what I don't understand.
yeah.
Because a deer stepping in that's going to push it down, but you have to have a hoof like that on
To
it.
be able to pull the mud
But
out.
to go there and turn around and come back,
It's weird.
don't make any sense.
So that's where their encounter started.
Was
That
right
thing
over here on the knoll.
bellowing and vocalizing just off to us right here on that knoll. And then it went down around the back of the knoll, and they were down at the bottom, just over where that little rise is, at the base of where this water creek was flowing down, and there was a little waterfall. So it came down around the backside of that knoll, and they were here, and it started bellowing and vocalizing and scared the shit out of them.
Wow.
But they couldn't see it, but it made sense because we found a deer trail that comes around the back side of that. So it was likely coming down that, which would have kept it out
It was
of
on
their
the other
line
side of the
sight.
knoll, yeah.
And then they actually cut through the ravine back up onto the trail, and it continued and stayed on the
Kept
other side of the
following them.
ravine and then paralleled them.
That's weird.
But it was continuing to vocalize the whole time.
Yeah,
So
that's strange.
almost all the way back to the road, it followed them and paralleled them and kept vocalizing, and they were terrified.
You know, I'd say what we could probably do, if we get out at a decent time, we could probably run over to the Daisy Clearing real quick and just check around the area where we found the last track before we
Yeah,
head
we
out.
should have time for that, I think.
Because that's like, it's right
It
next
won't
to the
take us
road
long to
there,
get out.
so.
It's like 25 after 3 now, and it won't take us long to get back to the car from here. And we can at least drive up in there and
Yep.
take a quick look around.
Over the decades, Bigfoot researchers and paranormal enthusiasts have sifted through countless accounts of strange sightings, hoping to piece together the truth behind the elusive creature that haunts the dense forests of North America. Sue and Brian Gosselin, two of the most dedicated investigators, have amassed a considerable collection of evidence, from photographs to eerie recordings and footprint casts. But perhaps no story has captivated their attention more than one that came from Camp Wackpomony, a remote Boy Scout camp located in the heart of the Hogtown wilderness. Around 20 years ago, one of the camp's counselors was getting ready for the summer season, preparing cabins and setting up the grounds. It was a quiet, solitary morning, the kind where the world feels suspended in time, with only the sounds of nature for company. He stepped out onto the front porch of one of the cabins, alone, in the eerie stillness. And that's when he saw it. Standing about 15 feet away, next to a large tree, was a creature unlike anything the counselor had ever seen. A massive, Sasquatch-like figure, towering and broad, its dark fur blending into the shadows of the forest. It stood motionless, almost as if it were aware of his presence. And in that moment, the counselor felt both a sense of awe and dread. He was frozen, unable to look away, locked in a stare with something from the depths of legend. The creature didn't move for what seemed like an eternity. Then slowly, it turned and began to walk, its heavy steps slow and deliberate, up the dirt road that led through the camp. The counselor watched, unable to comprehend what was happening. As the figure moved away from him, it didn't seem hurried. It seemed almost casual. But then, as it reached the bend in the road, the creature veered off the path and into the dense trees. In a rush of adrenaline, the counselor made a decision that would haunt him forever. He decided to follow. His heart pounded in his chest as he moved swiftly, hoping to get closer, to understand what he had just witnessed. The creature, despite its size, moved with an agility that seemed unnatural for something so massive. He reached the point where the creature had disappeared into the forest, an area where the trees grew thick and the ground was uneven. But when he got there was nothing. No sign of the creature. No footprints, no broken branches, nothing but the quiet hum of the forest around him. The counselor stood there, stunned, trying to process what had just happened. He had been only moments behind it, yet somehow The creature had vanished without a trace. He didn't remember hearing a single sound as it moved through the woods. Not a snap of a twig, not the rustle of leaves. It was as if it had melted into the forest itself, silent, swift, and untouchable. For years, the counselor would say little about the encounter. He told some close friends, but the story was met with skepticism, as is often the case with such accounts. But the fact remained. The creature he had seen was no figment of imagination. It was real, and it had been right there, in the heart of the Hogtown wilderness.
So we're going back to the spot where Anthony found that track that we cast.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, I was just looking at that, Sue.
Yeah,
That looks like a heel.
it looks like a heel.
Well, this has all been flattened down here again.
That looks like a heel. Then, which could be a boot, I guess.
Could be a
shoe.
person. But this
Then
is, yeah, all
over-
flattened down here. Something just
No, right here.
something else.
This was grown though when we were here. It was
it was
a
still
lot
all flat.
higher.
Right here.
Ooh,
You got something, Code?
Yeah.
No shit.
yeah, look at that.
No way.
Holy cow.
Good eyes, kid.
Like heel and toe.
I even
and-
see the break in the foot.
It could be a boot, but
It could be, but
That's small, but that's much bigger.
it is.
Here.
yeah, it
That'd
could,
be a big
it could be a
foot.
Don't put
boot.
your foot in it.
no, I wasn't. I was just hovering.
No.
Like
This
on
one
top.
right
well, you
here.
gotta figure
How
that
did
these
it-
leaves of coming
There's
down.
one here,
They
like
come
right
down.
under me, that you can see the whole outline of the foot. And that one. I don't think it's too small to be a Bigfoot, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Yo.
Yeah.
Try to put an
Careful.
indent in that.
Okay, so we stopped to look at this because it looks like a heel could be down in there, right? And then Cody says, well, what's this?
Right there.
Yeah. Then Cody goes, what's this? So this looks like the heel,
shallow than.
right? It's interesting. I would think that's more interesting than that.
Oh, there's deer shit right
'Cause
here.
that would be small.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
one.
This is definitely a bedding area for something.
It's 18 inches. I can't feel
You can't feel toes,
Toes.
though.
toes. It's just perfectly
Well, that would be
round.
like a size 15 boot, so I don't know if anybody has a foot that big.
But I mean, there's some weight.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say there's some fucking weight to
Yeah,
it.
because you can't, like Joe is doing this.
I was
like you
trying
can't
to.
even,
The ground is just ridiculously hard.
I think that's really interesting.
It is.
It is to an extent.
I find this wild though, Brian, that it's in the same area,
area.
that track was in.
Yeah.
The next stop on the road to Hogtown Wilderness is the Beaver Pond, a place of quiet solitude that's become infamous among those who ventured into this wild, untamed stretch of forest. It was here that a member of Sue and Brian Gosselin's research team, along with her brother, decided to try something that they had done before: call blasting. Call blasting is a technique used by Bigfoot researchers to elicit a response from the elusive creatures they believe inhabit these woods. They played a recording of a Bigfoot call into the still air, hoping for an answer. At first, the response was distant, a call deep in the forest across the pond. The hairs on the back of their necks stood up as they listened, their minds racing. It was unmistakable. A Bigfoot call, a wild, primal sound coming from the thick trees. The moment was unsettling, but then, just as they were processing the first call, they heard something else. A call coming from behind them. Across the road. It was sharp, echoing through the woods from an area that felt too close. The response came with a sense of urgency, a tone that felt as if it was directed at them. They looked at each other, wide-eyed. The calls, they realized, weren't random. They were just answering one another. They seemed to be communicating. Each call felt like it was part of a conversation, an exchange of messages from one creature to another. The call across the road was growing louder, more insistent, and the one from across the pond had begun to fade, as if the one behind them was moving closer. With every passing moment, the calls seemed to get closer. The air around them grew tense. What had started as an eerie but curious encounter now felt like something more, something dangerous. The sound of the call behind them, closer now, louder, sharper, sounded angry, hostile even. The researcher and her brother stood frozen for a moment, unsure of what to do. The forest around them had become a trap, the calls growing more insistent, as if whatever was making them was closing in. It was then, with the sounds of something moving through the trees, that they couldn't stand it any longer. The tension, the primal sense of threat, was too much. They ran to the car, jumped in and sped off, the engine roaring to life, the sound of the call fading as they distanced themselves from the pond. But the feeling didn't leave them. It lingered, heavy and oppressive. She said the tone of the creature, the one that had been calling from behind them, sounded unmistakably angry, and that's something that stays with you. Sue and Brian have always been wary of call blasting. There's something about sending a call out into the unknown, about inviting a response from something we don't understand, that raises concerns. The danger of sharing messages with creatures we know little about is real. Sometimes, when we make contact with the unknown, it's not always a conversation we want to have. And as much as we try to communicate with these mysterious beings, we can never be certain of the messages we're sending or receiving in return.
Which way they headed?
I don't know. I think they're still standing over there.
I'm just trying to get a feeling. You know, you don't realize how big the woods are until you fucking get in them. You know,
And this goes on for fucking hundreds of thousands of acres or miles.
Oh yeah.
You know, just the Adirondack Park alone is 6.5 million acres. Just
Something like that, yeah.
Crazy.
Nope, that's not.
No, I see Sue over there. Little green thing floating through the trees.
No, we're just up past the campsite. Oh, they're just lining it up, I guess, that twisted tree where it snapped over.
Yeah. Yeah, it was only, I think, less than 100 yards away.
Oh shit, it was not over that far.
So, it's definitely strange, Brian.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of trees that are bent over here too. There's one right there and one
Yeah,
right
you
here.
get a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a spot up on Hudson where it's a deep fucking ravine. I mean, on the right-hand side is probably 75 feet from the top to the bottom. And it's a brook runs down through. There's that soft mud on both sides. I walked that for shit, 3/4 of a mile. Deer tracks, bear tracks, coyote, coon. That's a good spot up there too.
Yeah.
But that's where we found a handprint
On a tree.
where it was, well, the bank, it was a sandbank. I went down over the fucker like this, and there was some dead wood down in here. And I got down there and looked up and said, holy fuck, there was a handprint. Like the thing had
Rested for a
one of
sec.
these, and fuck, the hand was like this.
Wow. You know,
We had a picture of it. It didn't come out very fucking well, but
Joey just found something out cool with the thermal gun too. Like if you put your hand on something, leave it there for a while, and
yeah,
take
leave
it away,
it. It's an aura.
you could see it for like up to an hour, and it
Really?
starts to fade away.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's
I don't know
weird.
what the hell she plans on doing. I've never been up in this.
No, I think we more or less just wanted to come back and check it out, see if anything new was here or not. But
That thing right there is just, there's no toes. And they definitely would be toes of some kind. It's,
Yeah.
it's perfectly round like the front of a boot.
well,
like
yeah,
the front of one of
definitely
these.
a couple weird ones
But
that I can't say yes, can't
it's,
say no.
It's awful fucking heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we just wanted to come back up quick and see if anything new happened down in that meadow. And who's to say
Well,
those other tracks we found could have been there
Yeah.
from last time. But it definitely looks like there's a lot of deer bedding in that field there,
Yeah.
so.
You digging for grubs?
Yeah, I'm hungry. No, I think it's a bear.
They're full of protein.
Bear track, I think. Something. This looks like it got pushed up here.
Oh yeah, I see it's small, but it's just a small bear by the looks of it. 'Cause it's only,
But
I don't know.
I don't see claw marks, so
No, there should
maybe
be.
big bobcat maybe?
It could be a bobcat. Yep. Yep. I didn't even spot that. See, it's hard now with all these leaves that have come
I
down
know,
just in the last week.
It's hard unless you dig something up, you know, and well, good day today, Brian.
Yeah.
Nice day for
We
full
all got our exercise today.
Yeah, that's for sure.
A lot of cool shit, man. A lot of cool stuff today we found. Interesting. I don't know if it's 100% evidence. Brian looked at it too. He's not really sure. Some of this stuff out here could be hit or miss, and that's just the way it goes. But we're out here really trying to see if maybe we can hit it today. This is our last Bigfoot investigation of the season, because obviously it's going to be getting really cold out. I had a great time with my son today. Come here. Come on camera with me.
What?
Come say hello to our viewers.
Hello. Hello.
This is my son Cody, and you guys.
I don't know where I'm looking.
You're looking in the camera.
I was looking there.
Don't look there.
Look there.
Look there.
Yeah. Hello.
We want to take a minute to thank all of our fans who supported us along our journeys this season. From delving into Sasquatch, investigating alleged portals and UAPs, to our paranormal investigations. We did a lot of traveling this year, and we hope you enjoyed the content we put out. We were grateful to be a part of Whitehall's annual Bigfoot Festival this year, where we shared some of our findings, met many new friends, and enjoyed the Sasquatch Calling Contest. Next season, we have quite the array of adventures planned. We have some crazy paranormal locations lined up, a plethora of new cryptid sightings to investigate, and even an urban legend of an abandoned government bunker in the Adirondacks. I know that sounds kind of wild, but stay tuned for more on that.